Good evening, everyone. Welcome to KOTR. Tonight's meditation night. Yes, I know, I am live early. I shouldn't surprise you guys. But we got storms coming in, so they're supposed to be arriving here a little bit later, so I kind of want to get this out the way before they come in. Tonight's meditation is going to be on music, frequency, and vibration. And before somebody says, hey, you already did one on music. Yes, I did. But I didn't do it on frequency and vibrations. I'm actually going to get into a little bit deeper into this one. This is going to be a little bit different, guys. I'm going to touch on the meditation aspects. But I'm also going to bring up to teach you other things. Things that we can learn through meditation. Things that meditation teaches us. As you guys can see, I decided to play something a little bit different than what you guys normally hear me play. It's all about the tones and vibrations. It's like striking a tuning fork until we find that frequency and vibration that you vibrate at. Each of us vibrate at a unique frequency. We put our own vibrations out there. Which is quite unique. And it's also, when we start reaching certain states of mastery, we can actually find vibrations that will help trigger us into those trance states. That's why a lot of people are really drawn to trance music or techno, house music, drum and bass. It's had so many names over the years. But this ain't a new concept. It's been used throughout centuries, from chanting, drumming. It is what provokes the wrong word. Well, it can provoke. But it's what stirs emotions. It's what brings emotions to arise as well. People that understand, you might hear somebody humming. They'll hum for a reason. They'll find that pitch of vibration. And they can use it to, in a sense, trigger an equal vibration within you. It's kind of like having harmonic stones. For those who've ever got to experience and play with harmonic stones. You find the right pitches in your intonements and chanting, you'll cause it to vibrate off each stone, causing a new vibration. It's quite a lovely experience to experience. And it can also be done with, the lam, vam, ram, yam, om, and ah. Notice I didn't tone. Don't recommend the beginners playing with that little scenario there, because it will blow your kundalini wide open. That's what it's designed for. But there's a reason why I mention it, why I bring it up. Because we think of music. We think of our music scales. I want you to picture your music scales. For those that took music, or for those that's ever experienced a tuning fork, picture the tuning fork and the vibration it gives, how you hear it, how you feel it or sense it. Because when you strike a tuning fork, you can actually bring it close, not touching your skin, but bring it close to your arm, just above your skin, and you can feel it. Feel the vibrations coming off of it, which is also a form of energy. And you guys are probably wondering what I'm getting at by now. Well, remember I said this week there's a theme to some of the stuff I'm going to be doing. The theme is I'm going to educate you guys a bit more on frequencies and vibrations, and I'm going to use music as my example. It's the one thing we can understand and relate to. We know how it affects us. Because we are bombarded with frequencies and vibrations on a daily basis. Actually, on 24/7, 365 days a year, nonstop. With Wi-Fi signals have a frequency and vibration. Our cell phones emit frequency and vibration. Our computers, electronics, all emit a vibration and frequency. And it's becoming a little bit more apparent nowadays that these things are being used to manipulate and control us. So I'm going to make you aware, show you how to counter and block. Well, explain, I can't show. So I'm going to ask you this question. How many of you have been dealing with ringing in their ears for the past about a year now? Just nonstop. I know many of you have. I've seen you guys post about it, talk about it. How many of you probably don't understand why these things are happening? Well, a lot of it is based because of the frequency and vibrations that we're being bombarded with. If you notice when you put certain types of music on, experiment for you guys to try. Those that are having all that ringing in your ears, find the type, start playing around with different types of music. Find a music that's comforting, relaxing to you with nice sounds. Allow it to flow through you. Watch what happens. I've been doing quite a little bit of experiments here lately with this. And I've come to find that when I do this, the ringing goes away. So what I've been doing, I've been using music to find the right frequencies and vibrations to block. Basically, I'm using meditation. I'm using a meditation on music. Meditation to quiet the excess noise, because what it's doing is dulling our senses. It's blocking our senses. We can't hear when spirits are communicating with us. and other things are communicating. We can't hear the vibrations and frequencies of other people. And quite frankly, the ringing is just downright annoying. So I've been using meditation through music to find, I've been using music as my tuning fork. And when I find the right frequencies to block the Wi-Fi, the cell phones, out, I've been trying to match it and cause my body to vibrate that same frequency. And I've come to find it's actually working. It's been working. I've actually been enjoying no ringing in the ears for about a week now. This is a little experiment I had tried because I noticed when, if you guys know me, I travel. Spent last 2 years, October. Last October, for 2 years, I lived in North Carolina, up in the mountains. Well, we had crappy cell phone reception, and very crappy Wi-Fi. In fact, we relied on our cell phone mainly for Wi-Fi. If we wanted to do anything on the computer, the Wi-Fi was just garbage. But I also realized when I was down there, where we was living, there was none of this. Half the times their cell phones wasn't even on us. And guess what? No ringing in the ear. Really wouldn't start until we walked back in, picked up our cell phone, or went into town. And it got me to thinking and realizing things. What was I doing differently? Well, one, I didn't have a cell phone on me at times, and when I did, what was I doing? I was meditating on the sounds of nature, the babbling brook, the babbling stream, the birds, the wildlife. And when I was focusing on them, I do what I normally do in that type because I'm becoming one with it, letting the energy flow through me. Therefore, when I was doing that, I was actually blocking out the other frequencies and vibrations. So I wouldn't notice it even if I had the cell phone on me. There would be no ringing. It wouldn't pick up until I lost that train of focus or I stopped meditating. That's why you guys probably have gotten accustomed to me Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings and once and twice during the week, the live stream morning cups of coffee and chats I do. That's what I was used to doing. I'd get up in the morning, make a cup of coffee, go outside, set, and just relax and meditate, drink my cup of coffee. Then I was smoking cigarettes. Smoke a couple of cigarettes, enjoy the beauty of nature, relax, and wake up. And feel, had more energy. I was feeling more energized. I guess I kept with that trend. Because believe me, I'm not a morning person. I swear. There's a reason why I want to do this meditation video like this, because it's important to understand what we're dealing with. I know for those that aren't used to me talking about these things in meditation, I speak of how our tools are being used against us. And we have come to find that a lot of our tools are being used against us. It's being used through technology, cell phones, Wi-Fi. One of my first suggestions to you guys, if you're guys meditating and stuff, go put your cell phone far away from you. Any electronic, try to get away from your Wi-Fi. so you can get a better meditation, a deeper meditation, one that's not being bombarded with other frequencies and vibrations. Especially for those that are more attuned, more open, because it does wreak havoc on our senses. It's being done intentionally. It's being done to trigger our moods and stuff. For those that's already, probably, I'm willing to bet a few people's already figured this out and's been incorporating it. No, we each have to realize and find our own frequency and vibration. Then we also have to realize that, as we've learned with music, how music affects us, the music, the words, how they're sung a certain way, or the beats, how they move us. Start implementing that into your cycles of meditation when you do them. Play some music in the background. Start looking for the tones that are tones. And just what is tone? A tone is a frequency, it's a vibration. Look for them, the ones that lessen the ringing for those that are experiencing. I'm using the ringing because it seems to be the common thing that everybody's experiencing. Or things that are triggering us. Or for some odd reason, we're just having different states of moods when we don't normally. So I'm beginning to see, I think, a few people haven't realized that a lot of our meditations are being blocked. We're not getting a deep meditation anymore with all these frequencies. Because it's a constant bombardment. Like I said, we've got to start waking up to these things and realizing that somebody out there wants our senses dulled down. They don't want us open. And there's a reason for that. Because we see things, we perceive things, we see subtle changes, we see patterns, especially those that take on different forms of meditation. Right, that was weird. Let me refresh this page real quick, figure out where we got disconnected at. because I don't know how long I was disconnected before I seen that I was disconnected from YouTube chat. So bear with me while I find out where we got disconnected at, so I can re-pick it back up. In the meantime, enjoy some music. Oh, you can't enjoy music because here. Alright, I'm not sure where we got disconnected at. Right about there. Different forms of meditation. Alright. Apparently we got disconnected quite a little ways in. Alright. So, I'm not sure what's going on, why that happened, but whole purpose of me doing this early was to avoid any of that. Like I said, use music to find different ways to readjust your frequency and vibration. Because that's the beauty. Once you realize that you emit your own frequency, your own vibration, then it's then you can control it just like you do with music, changing the frequency of the tone, which is something I probably shouldn't be talking about. But hey, that's what happens when people start using our tools against us. They force people like me to start teaching you guys things that you wouldn't normally think about meditation and think about your vibrations that you emit and naturally give off. You know, and right now there's enough frequency and vibrations being emitted from just the division that's going on with people. It's why we need meditation much more now. It's why we need to find ways that we're not being bombarded by other frequencies and vibrations. Plus, I think once you guys realize these things, you'll understand what I was talking about just a little bit ago. Because some of us, that's, you know, disappointment. I know this might be disappointing to some of you. You can read my aura all you want. You're only going to see what you want to see. Colors have no meaning to me in the first place. So therefore, I'm not that easy to read. There's a lot of people out there that realize the simple facts and truths that through meditation you can blend into your surroundings as well. Once you learn how to control your vibrations and your frequencies, you can take on other frequencies and vibrations and blend right in. It is a form of camouflage. Which only can be mastered through meditation. I put my cam back on, guys, but I'm going to keep things down to a minimum right now on Hangouts, just in case this little disconnection issue comes back. I've noticed with certain topics it likes to happen frequently. This is probably going to be one of those topics. I might as well get used to it because, like I said, I've got a theme for the week, and actually it's going to be a long theme. You know, it's important that you guys understand that technology, cell phones, Wi-Fi, frequencies, they're part of frequency vibrations. For those that are going to be watching this video later, you're staring at a black mirror, a scrying mirror. Essentially, you have a Ouija board right in front of you, all combined into one thing. That's why I'm doing this video for meditation, because what happens when we're on the internet surfing? We find something that's interesting, we become focused. We're watching a video, we focus on it. What happens when you're focused on a black mirror? See how much frequency and vibration you're allowing into your space? And since we are open, more open than most people, it affects us more. The longer we're influenced by it, the deeper the effect and impact it has. The ability to change our frequency and vibration, which that's a form of control. So now we got to start taking back that control. So we got to start taking back our little tools that a bunch of bad apples want to use against us. You guys are wondering why we're seeing all the chaos, the disruptions, the mood swings going on today? Well, we can blame that on technology. We can blame that on people that taught people how to do these things without structure that is from our practices. Yes. Something you guys might want to start doing a little bit of research on. You know, I love meditation. Meditation is what keeps most of us sane. Meditation is what keeps us from just outright exploding from the things we've seen going around this world. Music is used in protest. Chanting is used in protest. We've seen it. We see it in action every day almost in protest movements, beating certain rhythms. Desired effect is to cause a reaction, to trigger people. It's no longer the love and peace movement of the 60s. The music was different. The frequencies and vibrations were different. You know, you can just Google some of that old stuff. Let it flow. Feel it. Then compare it to what you're seeing today in today's protest marches. There's a huge difference. You can see the manipulation of the energies and frequencies. You can see that they've changed tuning forks. You know, like I said, there's ways to counter it. We just have to change our vibration. Find a vibration that blocks it. Then when we find that vibration and frequency, let it vibrate off things. Remember, each of us are much like tuning stones or harmonic stones. We can bounce our frequencies and vibration off others as well. We have the ability, just through talking, singing, humming, whistling, to change the frequency and vibration, to cause a chain reaction. We can cause so much change. Now do you understand why they've been using the cell phones, the Wi-Fi signals, $2 census, dollar stuff? They don't want us affecting what's going on out there. They want the chaos. They want the division. They want things to keep going. In fact, they want it to boil over. There's a reason why I'm doing this new meditation video. Because even our meditations are being affected. And people just aren't aware. So it's our jobs to make you guys aware. It's your guys' job to share these videos or talk to people about these things. Make them aware. Because we can't keep allowing these things to keep happening. We can't allow ourselves to be manipulated and controlled the way we have been. And it's been right under our noses. Most people were never even aware of it. We've heard talk about it, but we never looked at it in terms of meditation, music, frequency, vibrations. We just look at, oh, it's just a form of energy. We've been under magical attack for years now. And it's time that we realize this. When they start affecting our meditation, because that's when we are truthfully, when we meditate, we're actually so focused, we're actually really vulnerable to outside energies if we're not aware. Using our subconscious, or soul, whatever you want to call it, is our little guardian angel on that. It'll snap us out of our meditation to protect us. But it goes back to repetition. The more we ignore it and keep doing things the way we've been doing it, our senses get duller and duller. And by getting dulled down, what happens is when we stop becoming aware, we're just used to it. We're used to the ringing in the air. We write it off as normal. Not normal, guys. Can't believe that everybody's suffering from the same illness. It's just not. Because I know many of you have never worked around heavy machinery, loud machinery. So therefore, you shouldn't even have problems with ringing in your ears. I mean, there for a while, I was writing it off. Oh, it's just a bunch of spirits trying to get my attention. I'm just not speaking in the proper tone so I can hear. It took me stepping away from things to realize what's going on. It still took me a while. My teacher would be the first one to tell you that. When it comes to learning, if it's simplicity, I'm going to have a very hard time with it. If it's something complex, perfect. I'll figure it out a lot quicker than I will something simple. And it goes back to the old adage, you want to hide something, what's the best place to hide something? Right in front of a person's face. Right in plain sight. And that's the danger of always labeling things, changing things, calling things different things that still mean the same thing. Eventually it loses what it originally meant, and we accept it. It's the status quo. That's nothing wrong with it. But once we're able to see the frequencies and vibrations, much like we see music, how music affects us, how it affects people, then we can start seeing the pattern, start seeing it, seeing how it's used. We can use it. That's why I chose to use music for this very discussion. It's something that all of us can understand. We've all had some form of enjoyment with music. We're all drawn to one type of genre for a reason. Me, I'm drawn to many because I find many types, different vibrations in it. Once you start delving down that road, you find that your musical tastes grow quick. And so do some of your dislikes in music. Stuff that you used to like, you no longer like. There is, like I said, always two sides of the coin. I gave you quite a little bit to think about. I've touched on some subjects that you guys would normally think about when we discuss meditation. But I've also discussed most people meditate every day and they don't realize it on their way home from work when they turn the radio on. They listen to music or they listen to some radio show. They're drawn to that dude's voice because of his pitch, the vibrations and frequencies of his vocals that draws you to it. And I must admit, I didn't catch myself earlier today on a previous podcast I had done. I was actually allowing my pitch and vocals to be used in that way. Normally I don't. Normally I'm very aware of it, of course. As I learned earlier today, I was being led down that road whether I wanted to get on it or not. Which, why this meditation is so important. Because it allows us to open ourselves up to all these things. It allows us to hear, communicate with each other. Even if we're great distances away. Yeah, I better not get disconnected again. Because, like I said, our bodies produce its own frequency and vibration. Your soul produces its own frequency and vibration, which makes you very unique in this world. That's the one way you can tell twins apart. For those that are good at reading people, that is the true difference in twins. They have a different vibration from the other. Once you master this skill, it's masterable through meditation. Whether you're meditating on music or being outside listening to nature, you're absorbing these things. You're teaching your body to harmonize. The harmonics. You're teaching yourself to blend in, read things. I'm beginning to think I got disconnected again. It's not showing I am, but it's not showing any viewers on this page. In fact, it's yet. Or it's showing me live. Let me refresh. I want you guys to think about the things I said tonight. I know it's not your typical meditation, what you guys are used to me talking about when I talk about meditation. I thought I was having issues. But it is very much a form of meditation. And the best way I can tell you how to learn to change your frequencies and vibrations, to counter and block some of these things, is by meditating on music, meditating on nature, teaching yourself to blend in, change your harmonics. By doing so, you can block out a lot of that ringing you're having. You can block out the frequencies and vibrations that's being emitted from our cell phones and from our Wi-Fi. It also will start allowing you to protect yourself when you're on the computer or your cell phone, or basically when you're on your black mirror. That way once you start practicing these things, the natural defenses will start, because you're aware. So your subconscious will start putting them up until you learn how. Right now, it's making people aware of these things. And I know for many of you, you're probably going to look at saying, what the hell? You're out of your rabbit-ass mind. No, not even a little bit. when I wasn't aware, yeah, I was out of my rabbit-ass mind because I was being affected by all this crap and didn't even realize it. That's actually what makes me mad. The fact I didn't realize it. I didn't feel the change. I didn't feel that when I meditate that it was being messed with. And for those, now that I am aware, I'm going to make sure that everyone's aware. I don't like being played with. I don't like seeing my friends played with. And a bunch of them aren't happy either. You know. So yes, when I say it's time to take back our tools, that's exactly what we're doing. In fact, we're not just taking them back, we're giving them back to you guys. We'll teach you how to use them properly. People want to make change. They want change. They want to see what things are happening. Oh, it starts right here, guys. It starts with meditation. It starts with changing our frequencies and using the tools the way they were meant to be used. They were never meant to be used to manipulate and control people. It wasn't meant to be used to turn the crowd into the mob, much like they're doing today with the protests, with the division, you know. And as far as it goes, yeah, I'm not going to say this on a closing note. You know, for those of you in the communities, whatever your past may be, if your spiritual leaders are preaching a form of division, they're not spiritual leaders. None of our paths should be divided. None of our communities should be divided. You'll learn that through meditation as well when you start learning to read people's frequencies and vibrations. Because you'll start becoming more aware. You'll start having more messages come to you. And like I said, you'll start learning things. You'll start seeing and understanding that, yeah, there's a lot of mad and pissed off entities out there right now. And you guys are probably going to be mad yourselves when you start realizing some of these things. Like I said, I'm done playing games. You know, I'm done being in the shadows. And I'm going to make a few of these people wish that they never forced me down off my little mountain. Because I ain't going back. You know, and there's a bunch more that's starting to get set up and they're coming down from their mountains. They're coming up out of the shadows. You know, and we're going to start re-teaching things the way they're supposed to be taught. And that starts through the basic, first fundamental teaching, meditation. Changing your frequency and vibrations. You know, each of you guys out there are unique beautiful entities, beautiful souls, beautiful people. And I know many of you are sick and tired of seeing the things you're seeing. Many of you are falling back more and more on meditation, which is good. That's why I want to make you aware of what's trying to constrict you when you do it, trying to block you from a deep, true meditation. It's time that each of us take a break, find a quiet spot, away from our cell phones, away from our iPads, away from the computer, as far away as you can get from a cell phone tower and Wi-Fi as you can get, and truly start to meditate. Open yourselves up. Open yourselves up to the area you're in. Find that quiet spot. Find your center and open up. Listen to the things around you. Listen to the breeze, to the wind. Listen to the birds. Listen to the flowing water. Allow yourself, allow your vibrations and frequency to match those things around you. If you can't get away from a lot of these things, start meditating on music. Find the things that allow you to block that stuff out. Start charging yourself with those frequencies, those vibrations, those energies. Like I said, music can be a tool. Music is a very powerful tool in any of its forms, whether it be chanting, drumming, playing, humming, whistling, singing, tapping your finger on something. Find a way to find that and use and start incorporating that into your meditations. For those that don't know, tomorrow night I am going to be starting a new series. We're going to be delving into cyber magic. We're going to be delving into, the first one is going to actually be on black mirrors. We're going to get that out the way. And we're going to start delving into all of our tools that are being used against us. And we're going to start taking back our tools. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I know a bit different. I don't know how well this is going to go over with many of you. Like I said, it's different. But it's an important message. And it's important that you guys share it with others, whether it's sharing this video or talking with others about it. You know, if somebody wants to use this video, the only thing I ask, you can use any of my videos, the only thing I ask, don't edit it. Don't edit. Play it in its entirety. If you want to play a clip, make sure that's a whole clip of everything I said, not edited part where it leaves something else out. It's the only thing I ever ask. You know, I do this stuff for you guys. And I do it for myself, because the more I do this, the more I'm learning. I'm learning from our conversations that I have with some of you. And I even learn from some of the hate mail I get. what? Whoa, how'd that trigger that person? Like I said, it's been fun. I've enjoyed this. I really enjoy these meditation videos, and there's been times where I haven't felt like doing a meditation video, and it forces me to meditate to calm my emotions and things that I've been going through through the day, so I can actually do the meditation. And by doing it, it relaxes me. I find myself in a peaceful state when I come to do these. So it can't be all bad, right? I'm accomplishing something, even if it's just for myself. But yeah, I would actually like to see some of you guys just meditation videos. Tune into my Thursday night show. That one will be at 9 o'clock. Because I think it's going to be a learning experience for all of you. And like I said, from this point on, the gloves are off. So, tomorrow night at 9, for those that wish to join in, for those that are enjoying the Walking the Tree series, Mondays at 9, and as always, meditation Wednesdays. For my Twitter followers, Saturday mornings from either 10 or 11, live from Periscope on Twitter. Sunday morning, same time, live on Facebook only. So, like I said, try to give back where I can. I'm thankful for all the likes, follows. You know, I watched this thing grow faster than I could have dreamed. I wish the channel would grow. Guys, it is kind of important to subscribe to the YouTube channel. But, hey, either way, I find ways around it. And you guys usually stumble across these videos anyway. And besides, you can't trust the analytics on here anyway, as I've proven. But you guys enjoy. Enjoy the rest of your week. It's almost over. I will see you guys on the next videos. You guys have a wonderful night.